7 News, the place where we enthuse and amuse about the youth service that's happening right now. My name is Mary Ellen Fairfax, and joining me today is a very, very special guest in the studio, Dr. Thiprapa Ettiket. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we understand that you've written a brand new book called 600 Rules, The Guide to Love. Now, do you mind explaining just what the inspiration behind this book was?
Absolutely. So, in a world that is so disconnected from each other, and people just can't seem to find the love that they're looking for, I think they need to know some fundamentals about love. And that's why I wrote this book, 600 Rules, A Guide to Love, available at all good bookstores for $285.95. Right,
so that seems like an awful lot of fundamental rules, even more than the Adventist Church has. That seems very complicated. Now, do you mind just walking us through maybe some of the most important rules in the book?
All of them are important.
Right, no, I'm not disagreeing with you, Thiprapa. Well then, do you mind walking us through maybe just one of your favourite sections of the book then?
Absolutely. So, if we just have a look at the section on gift giving,
right,
then I have a few rules that we can just talk about.
That'd be fantastic, thank you.
Yes. So, rule number 1. The gift that you give to the other person must not be worth more or less than 10% of the gift that you received from them previously. Now, this rule can be violated if your annual income does not match up to 75% of their annual income, in which case the boundary is drawn at 20% more or less than the previous gift.
So what happens then if they haven't bought you a gift before and you have no reference point there?
Well, I've covered that too.
Oh, good.
It's subsection 2. Essentially, if they haven't given you a gift before, then what you need to do is take your weekly earnings, you need to divide it by your BMI, times it by your age, and subtract the number of partners that you've had in the past.
Oh, I understand this is probably the formula for that then?
This is the formula right here.
Oh.
It's very simple.
Oh, yes, very, very simple.
Rule number 2. The gift must be purchased from proper retailers and not those from the following list: Aldi, Bob Jane, T-Mart, The Reject Shop, KFC, Budget Car Rentals, and of course, Lowe's.
Right. So what about something like Big W then? Is that okay?
Big W is acceptable, provided you buy it from the luxury aisle.
Right. And is this rule, can it be violated at any time?
Yes, you are correct. So the rule can be violated if you're purchasing the gift for the following people: your mother-in-law, your parents' strange friend who only eats hemp, your ex-partner, your dishwasher repairman, and of course your neighbour that blasts rock music at 2 a.m.
Well, that's all very interesting. So tell us about rule number 3 then.
Rule number 3 is particularly interesting. So the gift that you're giving must be wrapped in ethically sourced, 100% genetically modified coconut husk.
Wow, that is very specific, Thiprapa. So what if that's not available at your local retailers?
Well, if it's not available, which happens because coconuts are seasonal, the following materials are still acceptable. So 100% Italian silk, hemp, or paper.
Are there any non-appropriate materials then?
Yes. 100% steer clear of human skin,
Right, of course, yes.
dirty old socks, and of course, sushi sheets.
Yes. Well, I would assume that those are fairly inappropriate. Thank you very much, Thiprapa, for sharing that with us. To be quite honest, I think all of these rules, although obviously well researched, quite personally, I think it's kind of the gesture that counts. I'm not so sure if all these rules are 100% necessary. What has been the general reaction to people that have followed these rules?
Well, see, people like yourself are the problem. If you don't follow these rules, then it's not really love. It's just nothing.
But what happens then if, for example, your child comes to you at Christmas and has made a lovely present that you don't really want, but it's, filled with love? What do you do then?
You reject it outright. I've been doing it for 21 years.
Wow, has it been successful?
Well, they don't call. I don't know why.
Right, well, maybe we'll have you on again next time to discuss that topic. Very interesting. Until then, thank you very much. But I guess the take-home message today is that sometimes we try and wrap love up in a whole bunch of layers, and we really complicate things that aren't supposed to be complicated. So in today's youth service, we're really trying to strip it back and get back to basics. And we hope that that's the take-home message for you as well. Until next time, which is the 28th of July, God bless, and we'll see you then. This is Mary Ellen Fairfax signing off for Channel 777 News. Goodbye.